My name is Fatima Begum Binti Abdul Latif. My number is 25DDT22F1146. For PT1 is about to observe the TCP three-way handshake. This is the objective. Which one is prepare? We have to prepare the host to capture the traffic. In part 2, we will analyze the packets using Wireshark. In part 3, we will weave the packets using TCP dump. And for the first one is we have to log in with username, which is analyst, and the password is CyberOps. To log in the CyberOps workstation, and then we have to start the mininet with type sudo lab support files scripts CyberOps topo py, and then it will pop up for password. After enter the password, it will show CyberOps topology like this. And then for the part 1C, we have to start the host for H1 and H4 in mininet. We can use it, we can enter xterm H1 and xterm H4. For part 1 question D, we have to start the web server on H4 to access the internet with the command of home analyst lab support file script reg server start sh. After that, in host H1, we have to use the switch user command to switch from the root user to the analyst user account with the command of su analyst, and then type Firefox and symbol to open the web browser. After Firefox window open, we have to start TCP dump session in the terminal node H1, and then send the output to a file called capture PCAP. With the /v option, we can watch the progress. This will capture, and then it will stop after capturing 50 packets as shown in the diagram. For do this progress, we have to type sudo tcp dump -i h1 v c 50-w /home/analyst /capture pcap. After TCP dump start, we have to quickly type the IP address in the Firefox web browser, and then it will appear the web browser with welcome mix. For the part 2, we have to analyze the packets using Wireshark. And first, we have to apply a filter to the safe capture. Start the Wireshark on node H1. Then only it will go to the Wireshark as super user. In Wireshark, we have to click File Open and select the Save PCAP file to observe TCP filter to the capture. For the step 2, we have to examine the information within packets including IP address, TCP port numbers, and TCP control flags. And then it will display the necessary information as TCP ports and flags. And then the TCP source port number that appear in the CyberOps IP address is 55880. And then the TCP destination port number is 80. And then we can classify the destination port as register HTTP or web protocol, and the flags that is set to is SYN flag. And then the relative sequence numbers set to 0. This picture is from frame 2, and the value of the source and destination port is destination port 55880 and the source port is 80. The flags are set to frame 2 is ACK and SYN, which is acknowledgement flag and SYN flag. And the relative sequence and acknowledgement number set to relative sequence number 1. Acknowledgement number is 1. And for the third packet in the three-way handshake is shown as in this picture. And the flag that is set to frame 3 is acknowledgement flag, which is ACK. For the part 3, we have to weave the packets using TCP dump. For weave the packets using TCP dump, we have to open new terminal window in the CyberOps and enter MAN TCP dump, and then press enter to see the prompt, and it will show up like it will appear like this. And the switch -r command is allow you to read packets from file that was saved using -w option with TCP dump or other tools that write PCAP or PCAP ng files such as Wireshark. In the same terminal, when we open the capture file using the follow command to weave the first 3 TCP packet capture, it will appear like this. When we use the command TCP dump /r /home /analyst and /capture PCAP TCP-3 C3. And lastly, to terminate the mininet by entering quiet in the main CyberOps VM terminal windows. After quieting mininet, we have to enter sudo mn-c to clean up the process started by mininet, and it will appear for the password for analyst. We have to enter password for analyst. And for the reflection questions, the question is, there are hundreds of filters available in Wireshark. A large network will have numerous filters and many different types of traffic. And the 3 filters that might be useful to a network administrator is TCP, specific IP address such as source and destination, and lastly protocols such as HTTP.